Finally, I thought I make it a little more simple. I took a few notes, which is the reason that I will look down in between. And I wanted to go a little into the topic of video making. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Oliver. I'm a firefighter as a volunteer, and I also run 4 KFC restaurants in Switzerland. And I'm also participating in the part-time YouTuber Academy from Ali Abdal. This is my second time being in it. This is Cohort 3, and it started on Monday, although I was thinking it starts next week, and this will be the introductory week. So my schedules and plans are a little messed up right now. On the last 3 days, I took a few learnings for myself, and I would like to share them. Actually, 3 major learnings which everyone else of you should be able to participate from and take your stuff out of it. And number 1 is a big one, and I was not aware of it in the intensity it will hit me. When you are planning to make more than one video, either further down the road or in the beginning because you want to try something, the amount of time you need to edit the video is one thing, but you have to keep in mind the time for the exporting. And I'm in the lucky scenario right now that, and I will turn the camera for this, I have a MacBook Pro, an iMac, and I can still use the 16-inch MacBook from my fiance. And sometimes I'm hitting constraints when I just want to edit something and there's either not enough hard drive space on her device, but on my devices I have space. I will go on this in the later part of this video. But it means that it takes roughly 40 seconds for 1 minute of video. So if you have more, let's say, scenic movies, something with landscapes, longer form content, or especially content with a lot of movement, what I realize now, for example, train rides, etc., it takes a lot of time for exporting, and the 40-second not always hold true. Keep that in mind, especially when you plan your days. So in my case right now, I realize I have to start some of the editing in the morning because I cannot just wait and push it to the evening, because by the time the day already passed, I need to go to bed. My alarm goes off at 5:30 in the morning, and therefore plan time for exports. The second part is you will need a lot of space on your devices. I was not thinking that it's going to be that crazy, and I totally underestimated the amount which is necessary. Right now I have a Synology RAID system here with 16 gigabytes of storage, if I remember right. Yeah, it must be 16. That gives me a terabyte, 16 terabyte, which gives me a lot of space already to work around with. I have a 1 terabyte SSD from SanDisk, a protected one, and I have 512 GB on my MacBook Pro, and the iMac, it will go back, it has 256. And it's when I started it today and I wanted to edit one video, it was already full and blocked with the iCloud footage for pictures being downloaded, etc. So beware, you will need a lot of space. Same goes with my iPhone. It is a 256 version, and I'm already coming into constraints, and I have a 256 iPad. So when I move stuff around and I record on this or the other device, it works pretty well. But at the end of the day, make sure that you take your working devices and you make backups of whatever you need. As long as you have a lot of space, just dump it on the external drives and sort it at least into like A-roll, B-roll, finished movies. I mean, you can delete the project files, whatever you're gonna do, but try to sort it at least roughly, so later you at least know what you're gonna find and not just dump it on a drive. And then it comes the lightest part, number 3, when you use the YouTube app. So there are a few constraints on that which I did not consider, And one of the constraints is, first of all, when you upload a video out of the YouTube app, be sure that the app is still open and that your phone is not auto-locking. Same goes for your iPad. So you basically have to go, and I will just look it up right now. I have it in German here, so you go basically for screen and brightness, and there you can make the automatic lock, and you have to turn that off. Because otherwise your phone or your iPad will lock themselves, and that will result in the stopping of the process of the video. So when you open the app again, it starts with 0 again. As soon as it comes to uploading, processing is finished, or preparing is finished, everything is fine. But if you are still in the preparing, uploading, processing by YouTube, as long as you're still in the preparing process, it will start from 0 again. And you basically end up not having that video done. You're wondering why it's not showing in the YouTube studio, etc., etc., etc. So beware of this. I turned it off. Beware that then your phone will die a lot earlier. I reduced the screen brightness for the time being. So at least you get your videos uploaded at the time constraints as you want to have it. And now there's the bonus part. The bonus part here is make either pictures right away, what you want to use for your thumbnail. Great choice. You can still make a screenshot out of it, but the recommendation from many people, from Ali Abdal and many people I've seen so far, is Thomas Frank had a posting on Twitter on this. Make a lot of pictures of yourself, that's one option, or make a general footage of yourself where you just make different faces, which you can use later. That's going to be helping you a lot. And if you're scripting your video, you're making sort of time stamping in advance, make sure that you have at least some ideas where you will put the cards later. Not just the topics where you want to make chapters. That's an easy part. But be aware that you already talk about the cards on the top where you refer to other videos or links in the description. Those are things while you're recording and you're talking about it, it's probably not that easy to make a note on it. But if you script in advance and you're not just winging it, as I'm doing right now, then you need to do that and it makes your life easier. In my case, while winging the videos, it's a lot more difficult to keep in mind, oh, I wanted to refer to the Thomas Frank video, I wanted to refer to my playlist or to the video at the end or whatever it's going to be. So that's for my side. I hope those 3 tips plus the bonus helps you for your channel and also help you growing in a less stressful way. Because for me, I made those mistakes and I will still probably fall back into that trap, but at least I know about it and I can work on it and I can work against making those mistakes, and I hope you as well. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you want to have more things like this, but also videos on my everyday carry and having fun going to work. Leave a like and see you next time. Bye bye.